your hand.
Activism News Network is now online.
What's your name and your badge number?
Subject 97, he's fishing. He also has an AR-15 and a Glock.
We know who's here today?
It should be just the counselors, and that's it. I don't think supposed to be. They're supposed to be up there in that second floor in that boardroom right there. Remember when you guys went up on the second floor and you're like, oh, there's nothing here but the boardroom? Well, that's where they all are.
And they're not going to let us in there, right?
I don't know.
So this is a sign they changed. There's our guy. All visitors are encouraged to wear a mask. It used to be mandatory. Now it's not.
Yeah, we switched that, see? We switched that.
Oh. VIP.
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
We're here to be at our meeting.
Okay, so what are you here for today?
Just sitting on our public meeting up in that room right there.
Okay, so
That's what we're here for.
Great. Okay, yeah. And you told us last week.
Yup.
Yeah. So here's where we are. So the boardroom itself is secured and closed. We provide access remotely, and
No,
well, let me finish, okay? And we also have over there to the right a room that is broadcasting the meeting that you are welcome to attend in.
But the public,
Why can't we go in the
the
meeting?
public cannot address the commissioners directly.
There
When
is
the
access.
public, when they ask for public input on something, there is no input that's able to be given because nobody's there. It's not like they can stop them. I watched it happen in Polk County because they tried to close that room down. This is over with here with this. This is no more. This building being closed like
I
this.
can address
The
that.
building's not closed.
The building is closed.
It's restricted, limited access.
I mean,
Can I talk? Let me address it.
Look at right
I
here.
I understand that. But
the state statute clearly says that we can't do this anymore. This is
so
it.
is a reasonable accommodation until they bring the building back to capacity post-COVID, okay? So,
No.
yes.
We are post-COVID.
The governor ended this. This is restricting on all these citizens' rights to be in that building up there.
You're in
and
the
to be
building.
in it. No, you're
Not to be in the meeting.
Live
supposed
broadcast.
to be.
There's a live broadcast. If you
No.
want to make public comment, there's means to make public comment.
What reason are we not allowed in the meeting?
right here.
Direct us where we
The
can
current
go.
state of
supposed to be-
sorry.
They're all open. They're
The
supposed
current
to be
state of direction by the board is that the meeting itself remain closed, but
For what reason, though?
access
For what reason?
for their safety protocols.
Safety of what?
I don't care what
It's
their
related to
policy is.
COVID's over.
Well, that is
not law. It's not.
thought. We have
No, it's not my thought. We have it on hard copy. There's a hard copy right there, Al.
I know, but the law allows us to provide a reasonable way for citizens to participate.
So who gets to decide what's reasonable?
Go down this road.
And well, we're saying that we provided that. By this
Who's saying it's reasonable that we cannot go address our whatever they are, kings and queens, in person?
the board.
So the board decided we can't go by the governor's order.
Well, this is the board decided that this is a way that we can reasonably provide access to the public
Broadcast.
and to observe and to participate.
No, the people are supposed to be in the meeting.
We want to go physically into the meeting.
Our government
That room is locked.
What happens if we go to the meeting?
We're in a room to where they
The door is locked. You can't.
What happens if we go to the door?
I'll show you that it's locked. And then that's,
Can we knock on the door?
no, you cannot knock on the door.
Why can't we knock on the door?
causing a disruption, and if I'm aggravated, I'm
You guys are disturbing and obstructing us from going to our meeting.
I don't.
We're providing you an opportunity to observe the meeting. And
I don't want to observe. I want to speak to the commissioners directly.
did you sign up?
Why would I have to sign up? I'm here in person.
I know, but there's a procedure.
No, there is no procedure. COVID's over.
I want to go into that.
There's a governor's order right there. COVID is over. When are you guys going to stand up to these people?
I would tell you this, that we are constantly evaluating where we are, and there will be changes.
The governor has evaluated and put in an order that you guys can't do this anymore. Your evaluation is over.
Well, the county's opinion is we can.
The county what?
The county,
Reasonable is following the law. This is not.
Would you say the county
the
what?
county's opinion is that this is still a reasonable thing that
The
we
county's opinion overrides the governor's order. Is that what I'm understanding? The governor's order is superseded by the county's opinion.
I'm telling you that our position is lawful.
Your position is lawful. You have that in writing?
Still haven't heard from anybody in that office.
No, but I'm telling you.
Nobody's called me to talk to me yet. Nobody's been. That's why I'm not.
Hell, I know it's not your fault, dude, but you shouldn't be doing this.
They said that we would have had to sign in by 9 o'clock to speak.
Rob, lower.
Oh, we're not allowed to speak?
Yeah, so we can go in the room.
Rob, lower your voice.
What room?
Lower your voice.
So if we go upstairs, what happens, brother?
The door's closed. It's locked.
We want to go knock on it.
No, you're not going to knock on it. That's causing a disturbance.
Okay, we want to go stand outside it and wait for them so we can speak to them in person.
You can go upstairs on the dais. You're not going past the magnetometer because the
Will the commissioners be coming
I
out?
have no clue.
Do they have to exit that way?
I have no clue.
You don't know the way the commissioners exit the building.
John, there's a number of ways to enter and exit the building.
Is there more than one way to exit for them?
John, there's multiple ways to enter and exit the building.
Okay, I'm specifically asking you, sir. Is there a way for them to dodge us if you put us where you're talking
Dodge
about?
you. I don't know why.
Is there a way for them to go a different way that we can't capture
Multiple
them?
Entrances and exits
So
to
they,
the space.
so
okay?
can we go on each side so we capture them?
Because one side is restricted. It's employee access only.
You understand we're here to redress our grievances with these people that you will not give us access
John,
to.
I'm not declining or denying you access.
You are.
No.
So we can go.
John,
Why would the door be locked if COVID is over and we have an order?
they have a policy in place. And
Policies don't override the government's order. You know that.
John, I'm not disputing any of that with you.
So why are you stopping us? Please stop doing this.
The room is not open to the public as
For
per the
what
administration.
reason?
Under health and safety.
That's
officer.
over with.
No, the
It
governor's
is.
order talks about health and safety.
What do you mean health and safety? So at your guys' whim, you could shut down this public building.
I'm not playing here.
The kings and queens upstairs you won't let us talk to.
No, I'm not restricting your access to them.
So we can go upstairs.
You can go upstairs. You cannot go into the floor of the meeting room. It is closed. It's not.
I just want to get them walking by and be able to speak to them the way I'm speaking to
You
you.
can go stand outside on the dais above us.
All right.
And wait for them to enter or exit.
Okay.
You're not proceeding past the magnetometer because that's a secure area.
Okay.
Are we clear? You're not going to bang on the door. You're not going to cause.
I'm not going to do anything like that. I just want to literally speak to them face to face like I'm speaking to you instead of them putting you in front of me.
Access and ability.
I don't want to give you a hard time. You know that,
And
right?
I don't want to give you a hard time.
But you are.
I'm not.
You
I'm
are,
not. I'm
brother.
not.
You're following unlawful nonsense.
It's not a law.
So we can.
Policy.
Right. You're enforcing policy over the Bill of Rights and everything
I'm
else.
not enforcing any policy.
So we can go in the meeting.
Where am I going?
Because of the policy you're enforcing. Because if the door was unlocked, we could go in there.
If the door was unlocked, then it would be open to the public and everyone else. Right now, it's limited access.
There's no
That's
reason
Board of
for it to be
County
locked.
Board of County Commissioners.
There's no reason for it to be locked.
They believe that they have.
I don't care what they believe. They're wrong. We pay them. They don't control us.
I'm not disputing that at all.
Okay, so we can go
Let's go
upstairs.
What floor?
What's going on over there?
Oh, where we're supposed to be able to speak, but we're not allowed to speak.
Where we can speak to our paid servants, but we can't speak to them.
Right.
Everything makes sense. So that's the kings and queens right there? That are breaking the law over and over again? Where's this room? That's a room? Where? Oh, I see. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I can't find that emergency order in documentation online anyplace. So,
I said we can.
yes, the county's emergency order. I can't find it anywhere. March 12th. Yep, the March 12th one. I can find things that
How do I speak?
look like they're supposed to be the emergency order, but they're not the emergency
Hey,
order.
how you doing?
Rob,
Don't.
Rob.
Please don't touch the laptop.
He went like this when I said, so like, I don't know what that means.
This is what I can find. I
I can
can
ask you a
find
question.
what
In the United States, what shrug your shoulders mean? It means I can use the computer.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I want to unmute you. I want to speak. There's nobody in here. You cannot be the store conduct or anything like that. This is all stuff that you're saying. Okay? Do you understand? Do you understand that I'm
The
going to
governor's
talk
two orders.
and you're not,
This building's
and I'm going
supposed
to
to be
speak
open.
on the
It should have an
microphone
open date
today.
already set.
And that's
This place
not
is
going
done.
up.
I mean,
And you're not going to create a disturbance.
and they're using these guys. Look, I understand that you're just in the firing line here on this, but that's why, because these people are sitting up here and they're doing this.
So let's just
We're allowed to speak. That's our computer.
Can we just break it down for a second? If you were to show up for the meeting that started at 9 a.m.
Here we are.
There's a sign-in period. No, you showed up at 9:06.
But we should be allowed
So what?
into the meeting
Hang on,
at any point.
And?
Can I finish just one first?
Yep.
So you want to speak? If you, okay. Well, Rob said he wants to speak.
But I don't. I want to go.
I want to go in the meeting.
Under and explain to you that if you showed up to this meeting in person and you were past 9 a.m., you missed your sign-up window to speak.
Correct.
Now, at the end,
Why do we need to sign up? Why can't we walk into a public meeting? What is going on here?
People to
Because
be
there's
to
protocols.
dictate who
Yeah,
they
no,
want.
we understand. That's to speak. He covered to speak. There's a process.
There's a process that's
You know,
always
so
been in
that the
place.
speaking can be done.
But we can walk in and sit there.
Not right now, no.
No, not right now because they're not following the governor's order.
So,
Correct.
Now, at the end of the hearing, they may give the opportunity for public speak, and if you so desire to speak at that point, you'll be given that afforded opportunity.
Well, I want to go in there and sit down now.
In the boardroom.
This is your alternative means to be participating.
Bill.
Well, I don't approve of this means. It's garbage.
Said we can go upstairs by the security checkpoint and try to catch them on video as they come out. If you want to do that. How long's the meeting last?
This one could be a busy one, but sometimes they'll recess for lunch. It could go into the afternoon. Really depends. Really
Oh,
depends.
so this is many hours, huh?
Yeah, this,
May I ask who you are, sir?
I'm John with Facilities.
John with Facilities.
So yeah, the meeting can take really depends on the agenda and the discussions, but typically 2-3 hours. Sometimes they
Meeting in there,
recess,
like,
and then they'll go for
Exactly.
it. Can if they recess,
Well, I
then
need to be
they'll come
in there.
back.
And they've been having these private meetings for how long? Over a year now?
Yes, well over a year now.
And now they're
These are private meetings. That's what these are because we're not in front of them. They're in private. They can decide to turn that Zoom off anytime
they could
want.
be in any room in the world, honestly.
They can do whatever they want, and that's not the way that our government is supposed to work. The people are supposed to be able to be in front of their elected officials, to voice.
So these are public officials? These people sitting in their house? Who are those people?
People that have signed up and
286
people getting recognized.
People signed up to speak? Like from their location?
It's a law. It's a state statute.
How do we get
These are the
recognized for all our work in the
These are
community?
the people in public comment that signed up and that will speak. And
Does it
these
say
are
how many?
people getting recognized.
Yeah, it
and that are
shows one
part.
person. Because one person signed up, because one person was here.
They all flow through the same.
I mean, is that really what it's going to take? Am I really
Yeah.
going to have to?
Yeah,
sit
so
there?
there are many people
How
on
do I
there.
get recognized from activism in Hillsborough County? Can you answer that?
So these are just the people that are getting awarded and going in front of the board.
I love that guy so
How
much.
do I get recognized from activism in Hillsborough County?
So you want to go upstairs and wait for them to come out? It might be hours.
Well, it's not about recognition, sir.
Come back in the
You guys
afternoon.
get stuff done. You guys aren't doing your job.
When they go to lunch, we go to lunch.
You guys
This is
keep
ridiculous.
lost And just leave us alone.
I filed a notice of intent to sue with the school board over there. So that's filed now at this point.
Yeah,
Am I going to
sue the
have to
school
do
board
that
for the
here?
same stuff, man.
I mean, am I going to have to do that here at this point?
I'm sorry, I get distracted by your echo.
Do it. Yes.
I hear you talking to me, and then I hear an echo come in. And
Do I have to file the notice of intent to sue here?
I can't guide you.
Just gotta sue everybody. Keep suing everybody.
Why is it
I'm
going to
suing
come to
dynamic
this?
security, man.
Why does it have to come to
My
this?
camera, man.
Why does it have to come to this? They know they're supposed to be open. I mean, do they think they're ostriches and they're just going to stick their head in the hole?
That's exactly what they're doing.
Hybrid modality, they're coming back post-COVID, and they're migrating back to a virtual.
How much longer are we going to keep shoveling that out, though? I mean, it's over.
When you gonna go home and get a day
pandemic
off?
is gone.
Somebody else
It's
can be
not
here.
there anymore.
Yeah. Do you get days off, brother? Do you get a day off?
I need to teach. No, I need to teach other people lessons about the First Amendment and the Constitution of the
There's
United
plenty of other
States.
buildings, you can go wherever you want.
Well, you already learned the
Pinellas,
Constitution.
Pinellas County's just across the bridge.
Well, kick rocks
they're
and go over there.
open.
You want to go over there? I'll go.
They're open. Their meetings are open.
Yeah, Pinellas County does it right, man. But I live in Hillsborough County. I want you guys to do it right.
Do you get a day off, sir?
Certainly do.
Too?
Why didn't you take today off?
I would have missed you guys.
You didn't request a day off?
You guys make me sleepy. You make me sleepy.
I mean,
See, I'm not funny.
Brendan, every time you request a day off, there's photographers at the commissioner building. Well, even though we're friendly guys, we still think this is all BS.
yeah.
I believe a lot of you know that it's BS,
We really are.
but you're kind of in the system, so you can't do what we're doing. And I believe if you weren't in the system, you'd be right next to us. You gotta appreciate our tenacity.
I'd be at home asleep.
I mean, aren't they all vaccinated? What's the problem? What are they hiding up there for?
I don't
I don't
know.
know what their medical
Yeah,
history is.
don't they have their shiny little pins that they wear and everything? I mean,
Their vaccination
look, she
star?
doesn't have her mask on. She's inside the building, isn't she? She's upstairs inside the building without her mask on.
She has the plexiglass COVID barriers.
All the way
Oh,
around
she's
her.
good, man.
I'm not
She's
sure.
in a bubble.
She's good.
They're all the way around.
She got the ignorance barrier, plexiglass. Come on, man. Who is this lady? Mariella Smith. How many guys we got? How many kings and queens work upstairs here?
Commissioners, you're not familiar with their commissioners.
I don't even live in this county.
Bro, they don't even do a job, man. They're wasting money. You don't even need 11 commissioners.
I don't need to live in the county to know that they're violating the governor's order.
Seven.
Four districts, 3 at large, I believe.
7 total?
See, whose IP address is that?
You guys know SA Ecstasy Press got hacked and his channel got terminated last night.
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna do?
Just
We can go upstairs, he
Yeah,
said.
when are we
gotta send
opening?
a meeting.
When are
Not
we
in the
opening?
meeting. He said we could go by the security checkpoint and wait for them to come out.
We will make sure everybody, if they go through the protocols as CDC evolves, so will we.
CDC.
is not the Lord Almighty. I mean, they don't control anything. They're not in charge.
We'll make sure you know.
Hey, Rob, doors on your left.
I called my dog in yesterday and there was a screen door and she thought this was a door, not that. She jumped into the screen and bounced back.
I was pushing it because I was gonna hit John. I
I didn't want you to run into it.
I was gonna hit John with the
You're gonna
door.
run into it.
I was gonna hit John.
It's
with
about
the door.
safety, Rob.
I was gonna wake him up.
All right, I'm pausing. So here we are, County Commissioner Building. I had to use the restroom. I hear Rob. I just don't see Rob. All right, so I'm going up the elevators now to see where they're at, see where the commissioner's at, and you're gonna see the door is locked here. I go in the wrong elevator at first, but finally get to the second floor and the door is locked and there's music playing. That's why I'm talking over it instead. And I finally get upstairs and you're going to see a security guard, armed security guard, and he is guarding the locked door for the county commissioner's building. They put themselves in a locked room with an armed guard. So, and there's still music playing here. And when I round the corner, okay, hold on.
6% of my views from the United States. They're coming from the United Kingdom and Canada. They keep on going. All these channels, all these.
I'm telling you, it's not meeting the ordinance.
So when the governor passed the mask orders and you didn't follow the mask orders, the police would literally arrest you, fine you, detain you. But now the commissioners are not following the governor's order. So they get to do whatever they want because they're the commissioners and they have guys with guns protecting them and giving us static every time we walk in here. I didn't see this. It must be high school. Tampa Bay Lightning. That looks like an actual championship ring. It's the actual ring. I think these are all the actual rings. How cool is that?
This is a statute. It's a Florida statute.
But it's legal guidance. But it's not.
No, it's a law.
But it's not a law that we
What's a law, Bill? What's a law? What are you showing him and you're saying it's a law?
This right here,
Which,
the Florida statute.
Which just says what?
It's they're pretty much at this point right now. They should explain it to a judge is what really should happen at this point.
Any public officer who violates any provision of this section is guilty of a non-criminal infraction, punishable by a fine. So what? We have to petition the court against them?
I don't know.
Window tint's non-criminal. You give window tickets out.
It's
Seatbelts are non-criminal. You give tickets out.
Yeah,
for
you
that.
guys
What's the
you
difference
guys
here?
enforce victimless crimes all the time.
But you can give them a ticket.
We're not set up to even.
I didn't say arrest them. I said give them a ticket. Let them explain.
What do you mean you're
to the
not
judge.
set up? What does that mean you're not set up?
It's no different than a seatbelt, a window tint.
Well, it's just like the mask. We weren't enforcing any mask policies.
Because that wasn't a
An
law.
ordinance or an ordinance.
And it wasn't a statute.
But other counties were.
This
Other
is a
counties were issuing
statute.
fines.
And they still haven't gone through the whole process of that yet to find out if that's good or not.
I know. No, I agree.
So, but they should be explaining it to the judge. I should be able to hand them a ticket. And
Courthouse is right over there. Go find a judge.
I'm talking to the law. I'm talking to the law enforcement, though. I'm talking to the person that's supposed to do
selective
that.
enforcement. If you have an old beat up car, they'll take your money and impede your freedom. But if you're a sovereign working for the county commissioners,
I don't have to wear a seatbelt anymore. I don't have to worry about my window tint anymore. I don't
yeah,
have to do any
it's all
of those
non-criminal
things that are
until you don't show up to court.
Yeah, and then they come and
And then they
drag you
come
out.
and kidnap you right from your house because your window tint was too dark, or you're going 5 over the speed limit, or you roll through a stop sign the way all cops drive. The hypocrisy is disgusting. I'm sorry you work for, again, it was probably better when you started. How long you been in?
Where? Sheriff's office?
Yeah, well, in police, in law enforcement.
Over 25 years.
But when you first started is a huge difference till now, right?
Oh, in society? Absolutely.
It's gotten exponentially worse, has it not?
I can't say it's gotten worse, but there's been changes. I can't say they're for the better.
Nobody
Societal
working.
changes.
What any specific change that you think is bad?
Societally?
Yeah.
There's a lack of respect for people.
They're all
in
here,
general.
so you think at
What,
least that's
okay, from where? From the citizen to citizen, or government to citizen, or citizen to government? All the way around.
Student to teacher, parent to teacher, child to parent.
But it helps them.
But when the government's completely hypocritical about almost everything they do, doesn't that deteriorate society?
I think we could say that for any gamut of society.
Right. Well, even a kid and his father. His father says, don't smoke. Meanwhile, his father's smoking 3 packs a day.
Hypocrisy is one of the greatest
Well, okay.
tragedies of
That's why we have the balances of power, except the balance of power is not balanced anymore.
It's not.
And you got 3 douchebags with a camera are the only ones fighting for it.
They realize it and see it.
And people think we're crazy and they'll make fun of us.
And we're not asking for much. We're really not.
There's no balance here. That's the problem. There's no balance between the police and the people. There's no balance. You guys have the majority of power and you use it whether it's legal or not. And that's, again, and then if you form a militia, you're a crazy person because the only thing they know is force and violence. So that might be the only thing left. And that's probably what happened during the American Revolution. And they keep pushing and they keep pushing and it's going to lead to that. And then they're going to be like, oh, domestic terrorists fighting the government. Well, the government's been fighting us for decades. Something's going to pop eventually. That's how it works. You can't just keep putting your boot on everybody's neck, figuratively, and expect for nothing to ever happen. But I digress. What's he showing them? Instagram photos?
I really can't. This is just dumbfounding.
Now, do you think they're going to come out here?
They're gonna come out. They're gonna go and fucking run through a back door or something.
They have full privacy all the way to their car?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because
They
the
do.
building is secure.
Yes.
On the employee side,
Yes.
it's employee parking inside
Yes.
the building, which is
So every employee in here has
around on the back side.
just this very special one.
Kings and queens.
I don't know.
Just the kings and queens.
I don't know who specifically who.
But not everybody has that privilege.
There's not enough parking spaces inside the building for all.
So certain people have the privilege to have complete secrecy when they go to their job as a public servant.
I don't know if they pay like they would pay in Pierce Garage, like ours.
And they don't have to walk outside to get to the parking lot?
I don't know who does and who doesn't. To be honest with you, I don't know who doesn't.
We want to speak to them.
I'm not.
Instead of you. You're a nice guy.
I would love that
They're
truck.
here.
And there's a means for you to communicate with them down
You
there.
won't let us.
No, they could shut us off at any point in time. That's
They
the
still
point
could shut you off
behind
in
it.
there. I understand.
How can they shut you off without using physical violence?
They shut you off the microphone.
I'll talk louder. You know I can do that. I don't need a microphone.
I understand that. I understand that.
You understand, but you're the one in our way.
No, I'm not.
So we can go in the meeting?
The meeting's closed. The doors are locked.
Open it. Unlock it. Why not?
That's not my place.
What is your place? You just showed you that they're violating the law.
They have set their policy based on their legal guidance that they have a means and a method for you to communicate and participate in the forum, in the meeting, which is the venue downstairs.
Which I have to give up my anonymity, sit in a room and have no clue where they're at, and then they can just turn my screen off once I say one inflammatory word.
And I can't speak to that. Now, again, if you were to go and speak and address them in person, I believe you still have to do that same process. There's a decorum for the meetings, which is...
I don't have to do anything.
Under 119, we're allowed to anonymously do anything.
Yes.
You could probably do the same thing down there. They're not. It shouldn't be any more restrictive. It can't. It cannot be any more restrictive. Correct? It
shouldn't be.
It has to be the same.
We should be in that room right now, though, too. So
But as per their legal guidance and their policy, they're not.
So the law that we just showed you doesn't mean anything. Their legal guidance and policy does. Did the legal guidance read the law, or are they just giving opinion?
the legal guidance in their law office is down like 4 buildings down, I think, or 3 buildings.
And it's private, though,
it's
isn't
a
it?
private law firm that they've hired out for outside counsel.
And we're not allowed in there because it's private, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's another
We
convenience.
are, just not with these, but they can trespass us out at any point in time.
Well, that's pointless to even go.
I started this channel last February.
Again, how many times have we been here? 4?
6 weeks straight now.
Bill's been 6 weeks straight. I've been coming at least 4 times.
6 weeks, every single week.
They're violating the law, and they put a gunman in front of you to make sure that you don't gripe about it. You have a gun on you, sir. If I'm walking down the street open carrying, what would I be?
Ask Solo. He
I know, I saw him.
into the back of a car the other day.
I saw it. What would you guys consider me if I was carrying down the street?
Citizen exercising your Second Amendment rights.
That would be
That's
a good
not
thing.
that's not legal. The Second Amendment isn't legal in Florida.
Because we don't have an open carry law.
That's the Second Amendment. What?
I guess
The right to keep and bear arms. How would you bear arms? Bearer means on your person, right? Okay. Now you're telling me the government can say it has to be concealed or not. See, they find every way to circumvent the Constitution. You see that?
In that situation, just like you know.
If I was open carrying down here, there'd be a SWAT team called, and I'd probably get surrounded by 6 cop cars. Let's be honest. So again, we're in their little castle here. We're not allowed to speak to them in person. They put a guy in front of us that has all the authority to use violence against us if we try to go see our public servants. So we're stuck here hoping and praying that they might come out of this way so we can talk to them in person, which I highly doubt, because according to Fitzgerald, they're all sovereign citizens who have private parking, and they can just go from the meeting straight to their car without ever being in public view. They're protected. They're the protected class. These are the protected class of America. And they have these officers in a bunch because the officers want to work 25 years, get their pension. So this guy's probably already earned a pension, but most cops who haven't aren't going to go against the grain and destroy their retirement because blue line. That's why. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. This is an hour and a half long. I want to cut it off right here and stay tuned for more from when we went downtown Tampa. And you see the commissioners are hiding behind a locked door with an armed guard so they don't have to face the public face to face. Thanks for watching. Peace, tranquility. John's Coin Rings, John's T-shirt store. Google John Felix T-shirt. I got some cool ones out there now. All right, peace and tranquility. Bye.